Hello. Thank you for being here. Welcome. I have been going through things and organizing and sorting. And this may not come as a surprise, but indeed, I have too much stuff. But I have saved good things over the years, so it is hard to be rid of things. This is part of the combination, or people might say, on the verge of hoarding. Can you imagine? So, I have been shuffling around a bit. This is, I think, the first shot I've ever done from this view. I moved some things. I've got lots to do. Oh, I have lots. Anyway, one of the troubles I seem to have is that I get started on something, and then I get distracted onto something else, and then perhaps onto something else, and I really don't get finished. And then eventually I think back to what I first started on, and I say, what happened there? So, right now, in this room, I have a 4016, yes, that's the one that Commodore butchered to prevent people from expanding, and an 8296 that came from my friend Wilf after he had passed on. But I have many more pet-type machines. How many? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, not hundreds. But the room where I was filming before, which was on my pool table, there were a number of them sort of tucked underneath out of the way. And I know there's at least one in the garage, one in the basement. The two here, the front hall that I've been tidying recently. There are more. Anyway, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start doing it, is bringing all the pets up here. Not the disk drives, necessarily. I need disk drives to be able to test things and do things. But I'm going to get every single pet of every model, of every description, of everything up here, so I can go through and figure out what is what. Because it's not that I don't cherish them and love them and all that. It's just that I know there are some that are working, there are some that are not working. And I'm not sure if everybody out there is aware, I do have getting tight. I do on occasion sell things, sometimes on eBay, sometimes not on eBay. So stay tuned if you have a pet of, well, in terms of the bee machines, I only have the one, and I'm kind of fond of it. But if you have almost every other model, stay tuned, because you might learn something about how to fix things or assess things. And if you're looking for parts, I may be able to finally let go of some. It's not that I have sold some pets over the years. But you know, more seem to find their way home. It's kind of like stray dogs. It is. Anyway, so do stay tuned. And by the way, this was pretty much my best game of Space Invaders ever. Pretty much. Oh, that's not very good. What is this? Oh. Alright. Okay. Anyway, so, yes. I suspect I will end up with some complete machines that are working that I might be letting go of as well. Parts and things. It's funny, I'm thinking of, there's one 8032 I know I have. Works perfectly. Just dandy. Wonderful machine. But I think the monitor died. So, I have not transplanted a monitor on any of these machines. Actually, I've never really taken one off that I can think of. But this may be changing. So, I've certainly cleaned tons of keyboards, disassembled keyboards, searched for reasons that things don't work. You know, I've been around inside the pet. So anyway, if you're looking for something, don't hesitate to drop me a message, send me a line, etc., etc., etc. I have kept these machines for a very long time. For a while, I had them in storage, which was not wise and too expensive. But they're still here. So if you're looking for a piece, a part, a bit, a bite, a something to take a trip down memory lane, let me know. You never know, you know. I don't have any complete machines up for sale now, but this will change, and who knows, maybe maybe some of the ones that aren't and won't and can't, maybe I'll sell them off for parts. Perhaps. Anyway, so as I said, there's only 2 such machines up here now, but there will be more. There will be more. And if I knew how many more, I'm just going to estimate to say between 10 and 15 more in various states of repair or disrepair. That's my estimate. That's my best guess. Oh. So I'm hoping you can see that there. That is a picture of Jim Butterfield and his cat. That is in his workroom domain in his original house. I think it was on Brooklyn Avenue. I had been there a time or two before they moved. Richard and I, my twin brother, helped them move. Yeah, and it's hard to imagine that he has been gone for 12 years. Hard to imagine. Yes. It's even harder in some ways to contemplate how there was, up until recently, this wonderful computer museum in Brantford, Ontario, run by Sid Bolton. And now Sid Bolton is gone. The only time I made it to the museum was last year, during the March break. So, yeah, a little bit more than a year ago. And why was I there? Because they were doing a celebration of the life of Jim Butterfield. They had all kinds of artifacts. His dear wife had donated, well, really all of his stuff to the museum, and including their it's funny, on the original PET posters, there was a version of like the dual disk drive that I never actually saw. It looked the same, but the vents were a different shape and other such things. And there, without any sticker or anything on there, was a disk drive that looked very much like one of the very early original, maybe even a prototype. So, anyway, that went to the museum as well as many other things, and I don't know what is to become of the museum. But it is a shame that Sid has left, and it is tragic that Jim got the cancer that he got. Anyway, life is short. So, if you're thinking of restoring a pet and sitting around and playing some Space Invaders, don't wait. Get it together. Get, whatever parts you need. Get your disk drive working. And, I mean, if you have to, I suppose you could use an emulator. But there's nothing like the sound of the real disk drive firing up and the noise of the pet and the feel of the keyboard. Well, this is not a terribly exciting video here. I said, oh, we've just tracked the disk strata string, and I say, it's okay. So, oh, there we go. Anyway, stay tuned. We're going to be doing pet things. Not today, but perhaps tomorrow. And the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. So, bye for now.